Now we are going to be considered for this type of a circuit breaker. First, the heading is the circuit breaker. The major contents of the circuit breaker is nothing but introduction, history, basic elements of the circuit breaker, type of circuit breakers, advantages, conclusion, and if we need for certain references, you kindly go through the reference materials. It will be useful for you. I mentioned the circuit breaker is nothing but it is the one of the manually operated switch is nothing but the operating switches, or otherwise called as the isolators. Circuit breaker is nothing but it is the automatically operated switch. The switching operations has to be depending upon the charging of fixed and moving contacts. So here, the introduction circuit breakers is nothing but the testimonials of the power system. Testimonial is nothing but the importance or essential thing of the power system, because the system can be classified into source as well as load. Source and then load. Source is nothing but the generation. Load is nothing but the consumer which can be utilized on a power system is known as the load. Now, the circuit breaker switch on both under normal and abnormal condition. Probably it can be operated for under the normal condition, means it is the manually operating switch. Abnormal condition is nothing but whenever the fault is occurred, it can be isolated by source and then load. Otherwise, if the fault is occurred, it can be isolated by the healthy session as well as the faulty session. This is called as the abnormal condition. So here they are mentioned very clearly. It is the automatically operated electrical switch. So it is the electrical switch. So the electrical switch is nothing but whenever the fault is occurred or the damage is occurred on your overload condition or any short circuit is occurred. Under the overload condition or short circuit condition, the current value should be abnormal. So this current is flowing through the load. The load can be damaged very abnormal condition. That means the load will be burned out, because the load has to be designed for at the particular rated current value only. So if you are using the circuit breaker, we can isolate it by the source and then load if the fault is occurred. History. The American scientist Joseph Henry and the English scientist Michael Faraday found or invented the circuit breakers in the year of 1836. So this is the basic history. And then types of the circuit breaker. A circuit breaker having a fixed contact and then moving contact. When the fixed contact and then moving contacts are changing the position, that time the heavy spark is generated. The heavy spark is known as the arc. The arc is generated between the two contacts of the circuit breaker when the circuit breaker contacts are separated. So this arc will be quenched. That is our responsible duty, or that is the main concept of the circuit breaker. So we are using for the different media by quenching the arc. That is called as the number 1, air. Number 2, oil. Number 3, air blast. Number 4, SF6 circuit breaker. Number 5, vacuum circuit breaker. If you consider for the low air circuit breaker, oil circuit breaker, air blast circuit breaker, SF6, vacuum, so these 3 circuit breakers will be considered for the low voltage as well as the medium voltage level. If the voltage is increases for abnormal condition, that means more than 33 kV or 66 kV, especially for 132 kV or 230 kV or 400 kV transmission line. Otherwise, if you consider for the ship propulsion purpose, we having a high voltage application. Such a places, we have to consider for the vacuum circuit breaker and then SF6. The SF6 is nothing but sulfur hexafluoride circuit breaker. So as per your syllabus norms, you having a concept of the vacuum circuit breaker. So you try to update the concept of this previous circuit breaker classification of this previous circuit breakers. These are the low voltage circuit breaker. If you consider for every floor, if you consider any designed building, each and every floor you having a MCB, that is miniature circuit breaker. The rating will be considered for more than 100 ampere. So these are called as the low voltage circuit breakers. If the fault is occurred, the circuit breaker contacts are changing the positions. Inside the circuit breaker contacts, you're having a fixed contact as well as the moving contact. MCCB is something molded case circuit breaker. That means the current range up to 2500 ampere. So you just observe the major concept. A circuit breaker is always connected in series of the transmission line or series of the line. A circuit breaker contacts having a fixed and then moving contacts, or the rating of a circuit breaker has to be measured by the current value. If you consider for the miniature circuit breaker, the current range is 100 amps. If you consider for the molded case circuit breaker, the current value is 2500 amps. Depending upon the current value, the rating or the quality of the circuit breaker will be increases. So this is one of the good example for oil circuit breaker. So here, if you consider for the oil circuit breaker, we having a different classification. Bulk oil circuit breaker, that is, this is the container. This container, what is the voltage value? 115, that is 115 kilovolts. So this entire container considered for a high viscosity of hydrocarbon mineral oil. This hydrocarbon mineral oil acting as the cooling medium or the dielectric medium of the circuit breaker. The next one consideration, if you consider for minimum oil circuit breaker, simply stands for MOCB. This minimum oil circuit breaker consider for the operating voltage value 33 kV. You see, for bulk oil circuit breaker 115 kV, this one is 33 kV. So you just consider for the size as well as the content of the oil. This oil is the high viscosity of hydrocarbon mineral oil, the same oil which can be used in a transformer also. So this oil can be used for mainly two purposes, cooling as well as the insulation purpose. But if you consider for the circuit breaker, the same oil can be used for quenching purpose, the quenching of arc. The quenching of arc is nothing but the two contacts of the circuit breakers are separated. The spark is generated. This spark will be quenched with the help of a transformer oil, or otherwise called as the high viscosity of hydrocarbon mineral oil. So this is the category of air blast circuit breaker. So the air blast circuit breaker having a consideration of this constraint. Some advantages over OCB, that means oil circuit breaker. If you consider for the oil circuit breaker, we have certain advantage as well as disadvantages. So what are the advantages if you consider for high speed of operation, ability to withstand frequency switching, facility for high speed or reclosure. Reclosure is nothing but again the circuit breaker contacts come back to the original position. That is nothing but reclosure. Comparatively less maintenance. So these circuit breakers having a very less maintenance of operation. So you know very well what is the meaning of maintenance. To keep all electrical circuit breakers which can be operated in a good operating condition is known as maintenance. Or the electrical accessories or the apparatus which can be operated for the good operating condition is known as maintenance. So the special applications or the uses of the circuit breakers, there are laboratories, power laboratories worldwide. So whenever you're having a high power such a places, we have to recommend for the circuit breaker, because the fault is occurred. Immediately we have to isolate by the source and then load. Keep it in your mind. The fault is nothing but the unwanted disturbance on your power system is known as fault. The fault can be classified into these categories. Either open circuit fault, next one is called as the short circuit fault. If you consider for the open circuit fault, the fault is opened. What will be happen automatically? There is no continuity of a power supply. If you consider for the short circuit fault, if the two transmission lines or any two lines of your system can be short circuited, that means connected, the voltage value started to decreases, the current value increases abnormally. So if the current value increases more than the prescribed or the rated current value, a circuit breaker started to operate, because the circuit breaker has to be designed for a particular current value. It is the one of the good example for, see that in this diagram, 100 amps, here 2500 amps. It can be mentioned for the rated current value. The value of rated is nothing but it is the maximum current which can be sustained by the circuit breaker. The circuit breaker should not be operated for more than the rated current value or the prescribed current value. So if the short circuit fault is occurred, automatically a circuit breaker will receive for excessive current value. If the current value is more than the rated current value, automatically the circuit breaker contacts are gets energized. And then these circuit breaker contacts are changing the position from normally closed to normally open type. As per your syllabus, this is very, very important. Vacuum circuit breaker. So you know very well what is the meaning of vacuum. If the arc or the spark started to generate, or if the spark having a continuity, means definitely we need for oxygen or some other gases. Then only the spark will be continued. If you consider for the vacuum, that means if you're having a small container, this container having, there is no any circulation of any air or any gases. That is called as a vacuum. So if you consider the vacuum, there is no chances for generation of spark, or otherwise if the spark is generated means immediately it will be quenched. This is the basic principle of a vacuum circuit breaker, which can be implemented in a power system. So it can be used for up to 132 kV, but widely used for 11 kV and 33 kV. So widely means if you consider for the 11 kV and then 33 kV, 11 kV is nothing but a primary distribution, and then 33 kV is 11 kV is nothing but a secondary distribution. 33 kV is nothing but a primary distribution. In our India, we are using for a 11 kV bar 400 or 230 volt transmission system, 3-phase 5-wire distribution system we are using in our India. All the distribution transformer having a rating of 11 kV. So if you consider for the 11 kV, this 11 kV we are receiving from a substations. This substation having a generally vacuum circuit breaker. The output of the vacuum circuit breaker connected to the 11 kV. That means our distribution transformer input. The vacuum circuit breakers are generally very expensive due to the materials processing and technique. So this circuit breaker is very expensive, means the cost of design. Once the circuit breaker is designed, we can't implement it for the maintenance operation frequently. See, that is mentioned for your first one. Maintenance free and non-inflammable. If the fault is occurred, then only the circuit breaker contacts are changing the position. Otherwise, if I need for any maintenance operation monthly or yearly, year-wise, I have to turn off the position of a transformer or otherwise circuit breakers. The circuit breaker contacts are changing the position whenever I need for the maintenance operation. Requires relatively less mechanical energy to operate. That is the main reason. That means by changing the contact position from normally open to normally closed type. They have silent off operations. Silent off operations nothing but there is no any noises. The circuit breaker contacts are changing the position, means it should not be created for any noise. Dielectric recovery rate is faster. That means if the fault is occurred on a circuit breaker, again the circuit breaker contacts are come back to the original position. Normally closed to normally open type, after normally open to normally closed type. This type of systematic operation will be very fastly considered for this type of a vacuum circuit breaker. So you try to learn the concept of a SF6 circuit breakers. This SF6 circuit breaker is nothing but the simplest one. Sulfur hexafluoride circuit breaker, especially used for 400 kV transmission. If you consider for the 400 kV from Andhra Ramagundam to Sriperumbudur power station having a 400 kV substations. The transmission line transferred from Ramagundam Andhra to Sriperumbudur. That is the power grid. The power grid having a 400 kV. Afterwards, this 400 kV again stepped down into 230 as well as 132 kV transmission system. So if you consider for the very high voltage level, or otherwise called as the technical term is known as ultra high voltage level, we are using for the SF6 circuit breaker. The SF6 circuit breaker can be used for very high voltage or the ultra high voltage condition. Nowadays, we are using for advanced system that is called as the solid state circuit breaker. The end of the lecture, I will give the brief lecture about that solid state circuit breaker also. Advantages: good design of points, double fault protection, manually operated, and then so this is the conclusion of the circuit breakers, and then you having a reference. So this is the general overview of the circuit breaker, and then you having a main concept of the circuit breakers, especially for the vacuum circuit breakers, which we discussed in the previous class. So I would like to project it for the brief history or the brief outline of the vacuum circuit breaker. Every medium that has pressure below atmospheric of 760 mm of mercury is known as vacuum. The mercury value is lesser than 760 mm, that is called as the main concept of the vacuum circuit breaker. So the principle of operation, the same concept, the arc is generated. Quickly the arc will be extinguished. Extinguished is something, but the arc will be quenched with the help of a vacuum circuit breaker, and then quick recovery of a dielectric strength having a vacuum circuit breakers. So the vacuum produces, or otherwise the arc is produced between the two contacts, especially for if the circuit breaker contacts are opened. What is the reason for the arc? There are two.
Vacuum.
There are two reasons by the generation of arc. So if you consider for the circuit breaker contacts, the arc can be generated by based on the important mode of operating condition, that is arc. The arc can be generated by based on two considerations. Number one, if the fault is occurred or not. The circuit breaker contacts are separated with load conditions. It is one of the good example for you can observe for a distribution transformer. A person going to turn off the distribution transformer. Distribution transformer is nothing but a transformer which one located near to your street or your nearby area, or transparently it can be located on the street. Such a transformer is known as the distribution transformer. This distribution transformer having a switch off operation. That means on to off operation. You having a AB switch. The name is called as the air blast switch. The air blast switch is nothing but the top of the circuit, the top of the transformer. You having a one manually operating switch. If you are implementing the switching operation of the transformer, you can observe for the fire. The reason is the load is always on condition. Lively, they are going to turn off the transformer. The same thing will happening of the circuit breaker also. If the fault is occurred or not, whatever, if you are going to turn off the circuit breaker, the arc is generated because due to the load. The arc is depending upon the load current or otherwise short circuit current. If there is no any fault on the transmission line, if you are going to turn off the circuit breaker, the arc is generated. It's purely depending upon load current. If the fault is occurred, automatically the circuit breaker contacts are changing the position from normally closed to normally open type. It's entirely depending upon only short circuit current. So automatically operator means it will be depending upon the short circuit current. If you are going to manually operating the system, the arc is generated, that is to be depending upon our load current. So here you having a construction, the same as it is the construction of the vacuum circuit breaker. So this is the exact block diagram or the overview of the circuit breaker, vacuum circuit breaker. I mentioned this is nothing but a fixed contact and then moving contact. These are called as the contacts. This is nothing but moving contact. This moving contact moved means here the arc is generated. This is nothing but arcing range. The circuit breaker contacts are changing the position, or otherwise if the fault is occurred, this moving contacts changing the position. If the moving contacts are changing the position, meanwhile here the arc is generated. If the arc is generated, here we having a two, the top as well as the bottom section, we having a insulating vessel. This insulating vessel which can observe for the generating of arc, as well as here you having an arc shield. This arc shield having a high insulating material, it can be minimized for the effect of the arc. See, this is nothing but fixed member or the fixed contact, moving member or the moving contact. If the fault is occurred, these moving contacts are changing the position. Automatically here the arc is generated. This entire system is vacuum. This one is the closed envelope. So here if the arc is generated, immediately the arc will be quenched, because the arc should not be, or otherwise called the spark, should not be continued in vacuum. By based on the scientific concept, the circuit breaker operating condition is possible. Why the stainless steel material? The excellent corrosion resistance, increase the resistance to the chloride attack. By based on this consideration, what is the reason for by using stainless steel material? Why dielectric strength taken under consideration? Dielectric strength. Dielectric strength, it decreases to increases the sample thickness. It decreases with increase the operating temperature. So the dielectric strength is important. If the dielectric strength acting on opposite to the generation of arc, it decreases the increases the frequency. For example, it can be opposes, the spark can be opposes for nitrogen, otherwise called as the sulfur hexafluoride. That means these two gases are having a highest value of dielectric strength. So if similarly we are using for air, dielectric strength increases slightly as the humidity increases. The operating condition is same. Advantage of vacuum circuit breaker also simple construction, etc., etc. But if you consider for the limitations, if you consider for any type of a circuit breaker or any system, definitely we having a certain limitations. What are the limitations? First one is the installation of cost, or the capital cost of a vacuum circuit breaker is very high. That is a major problem. By the installation cost is very high. Similarly, the entire container is the closed one. If you can't implement the maintenance operation or certain things, suppose the rainwater, because it can be located on your open space. If suppose the rainwater or some other impurities, it may be fog or moisture or dust going to the inside of the circuit breaker, because it is one of the closed envelope. 4 sheets are surrounded to making a riveted joints. That is the closed envelope. If suppose any one of the part having a minor leakage of rainwater, or the rainwater or dust, moisture, smoke, otherwise if you consider for any unwanted impurities deposited on the vacuum circuit breaker outside of the frame, it will be flowing through inside of the chamber. What will be happen? The dielectric strength of the vacuum started to decreases. If the dielectric strength started to decreases, means automatically the entire system will be collapsed. Because if the fault is occurred within the fraction of second, the charging contact will be energized and then changing the position. Otherwise, the circuit breaker operation is waste. It should not be count for, or it should not be conduct for any high cycles. If the fault is occurred, immediately we should be isolated by the source and then load, or any operating constant can be isolated immediately under the abnormal condition. That is the main concept of the circuit breaker. So if the rainwater or moisture going to inside of the container, means automatically the operating constant will be affected. It is one of the major drawback of the circuit breaker. So that's why we have to implement for the maintenance operation frequently. The applications of circuit breaker already we discussed in the last class: capacitor bank switching, reactor switching, transformer switching, and then line dropping. So you know very well capacitor, the capacitor charges for electrostatic field. Reactor is nothing but the pure wire wounded coil is known as reactor. This reactor can be connected in a transmission line with the compensation of high current. The reactor charges for electromagnetic field. The reactor will control for the flowing of current. A wire wounded coil, which one having a negligible value of resistance, that is called as the reactor. Transformer switching, that means the same operating switching of a transformer, on-off operation. That means the charging and then discharging operation of a transformer. The line dropping is nothing but the impedance drop or the voltage drop of a transmission line, or any transmission line having a negligible value of ground resistance. So here, this is something but the vacuum circuit breaker, which can be located on the ship. It can be operated for the same position. So the simply they are mentioned as a VCB. VCB stands for vacuum circuit breaker, or extinguishing the circuit breaker placed with the natural current 0. So the current value will be tried to become 0. If the fault is occurred, we can isolate it by the source and then load immediately, and then the circuit breaker operation should be contained for very minimum short duration of period. If the fault current should not be transferred from source to the load, that is a major operating concern of the circuit breaker. So here it is the main concept. What is circuit breaker? Introduction to circuit breaker, working principle of circuit breaker. So this is the circuit breaker which can be located of your substations. Have you heard that word substation? Substation. The substation. It is one of the.
No, sir.
If you consider for the ship also, you have a substation. The assembly of electrical apparatus to changing the characters of a power supply system. It may be high voltage to low voltage. So the substation having an assembly of all electrical apparatus, circuit breakers, lightning arresters, surge absorber, current transformer, potential transformer, isolators, and then power transformer. These are the major apparatus in the substations. Here you having a circuit breakers. So keep it in your mind. The circuit breaker is always located before as well as after the isolators. Otherwise, between the two isolator, middle, you having a circuit breaker. It is the main concept of the circuit breaker. So I will project it for one more important diagram. Easily you can justify the operation mode of a circuit breaker. So this is called as the single line diagram, otherwise called as the power diagram. Single line diagram is nothing but how the electrical apparatus are projected on the diagram. That is called as the single line diagram. So if you observe the single line diagram, easily you can justify. Ship high voltage system. So if you consider for the ship high voltage system.
Ship layout diagram.
Yeah. It's a single ship high voltage. This is called as the simple line diagram. So this simple is one of the alternators. Otherwise called as the main generator. Here we are having an emergency generator. So this emergency generator can be operated for 400 voltage.
Sir, it's not clear. Some noise is coming from that.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. 400 voltage, 60 hertz, emergency switchboard. This is nothing but main generators, otherwise called as the operating generators. The entire system has to be depending upon this main generators only. If you consider for here, this is nothing but emergency generators. See the difference. If you consider for the main generator, operating voltage value should be 6.6 or 11 kilovolt. This one is the our distribution voltage value equivalent to 440. It may be a three-phase system. 220. It may be a single-phase system. Here you having a circuit breaker as well as the contacts. So this is nothing but the single and this is the auxiliary generator. A generator which one operated for additionally the power should be continually maintained of the system. So the circuit breaker can be operated. This is nothing but a transformer. Star delta transformer. This is the symbol for star. This is symbol for delta. So you having a star delta transformer. Here also we having a star and then.
Sir, show that there is a circuit breaker in this diagram.
Wait. I will explain. So if you consider for this diagram, the circuit breaker's contacts will be immediately connected to the source and then load. So every system you having a circuit breaker and then the output of the circuit breaker connected to the load. I will project it for one more diagram. It will be very useful for you. Yeah. If you see for the high voltage, what is high voltage ship, advantage of a high voltage system, etc. So this is nothing but a fault. A fault is occurred on your system. This is a generator, this is a load. So this is nothing but the isolator. You just imagine here.
Sir, once can you explain that previous diagram, sir, how it's working?
That means this one. Wait. Yeah, this one. This is the main generator. This main generators, we having a 4 generators. These 4 generators generated and then power is connected to the common grid. This is nothing but main switchboard unit. This is the main switchboard unit. This is nothing but incoming bus bar. This is the outgoing bus bar. This is incoming bus bar. This is the outgoing bus bar. Here you having a step down transformer. These are called as the step down transformer. This step down transformer step down, as well as with the help of the circuit, here it may be having a motor generator unit. Again, it will be connected to the motoring generator unit. It may be acting as a motor. You treat it as a motor. So this motor mechanism will be continued for a ship. If suppose the system started to be failure, means automatically here you having a addition of the generator unit. It means the emergency generator. This emergency generator connected to the system. So this emergency generator value and then auxiliary generator value will be entirely different. This auxiliary generator will be designed for, it can be compensated for the all the loads. If suppose the load is not sustained, or if the load value increases from the prescribed value, these switches will be opened. If suppose if the switch is opened, means this system will be operated. Afterwards, again this switch is opened, this switch will be closed, and then this system will be operated. So these are called as the operating mechanism or the operating switches. So the 230 voltage as well as 400 voltage will be considered for only the distribution value of voltage alone. The entire system operated for the main purpose of a main generators. This main generators generated voltage commonly connected to the grid. The grid output connected to the motoring unit. This motor unit started to be operated. This entire motor having a thyristor control. That means power electronic based control system. So you know the concept of the thyristors. The thyristors will be connected for here. This is a symbol for a alternating current. So these thyristors connected and then to making an operation of a cycloconverter. You know very well the concept of the cycloconverter, fixed frequency to the variable frequency mode of operation. Here the system can be started to be operated. So this is the operating constant on the ship if we are using for high voltage. If suppose any fault is occurred, again the contacts are changing the position. So this is nothing but directly connected to the load. That means primary grid as well as the secondary grid. These two grids are commonly connected. So if we consider for the previous explanation, suddenly I jumped to this point by based on your request. That one is nothing but the operating mode of a different concern of a circuit breakers, and then operating concern of a high voltage system also. It has to be implemented here. These are the possible hazards with the help of within a circuit breakers. Hazard is nothing but the unwanted phenomena of rising of current. This is nothing but the hazards. That means the unwanted disturbance of a system. It may be we are considered for a short circuit fault alone, because if you consider for the open circuit fault, the supply will be interrupted alone. And then your next important topic is the work procedure. Work procedure having a dead working, live working, working in vicinity of live parts. Vicinity is nothing but the importance as well as along with the live parts. So it will be your last topic in your unit. and then try to go to the topic elaborately. Don't simply go to your syllabus topic alone. If you want to having a strong foundation of the circuit breakers, Electrical Power System by Soni Gupta Bhatnagar, otherwise Protection and Switchgear by Sunil S. Rao. Protection